Very good morning, parents. Myself, AP sir, and I welcome you back to the chemistry class. Now, in this class, we will be going to learn there is a different types of chemical reactions, which is the very important and common topic in all branches of chemistry. Types of chemical reactions. You know that when an atom of elements, when they chemically combine and going to be form a new substance, simply that process is called as chemical reactions. And in chemical reactions, there is a electron business takes place in between the atoms of reacting elements or substances. So this electron business may be some atom of particular element will donate electron, either they will share the electrons or they may be gain the electrons also. So mainly we can say during the chemical reactions the electron may be transferred from one substance to another substance, or it may get the mutually shared in between atoms of the different elements. So this is the quite have the introduction about the chemical reactions, and already the previous video is also uploaded on the introduction of the chemical reactions. Let me tell you once again, actually the most of chemical reactions, I said the most of chemical reactions, that means not all. So most of chemical reactions followed two basic laws, in which first is that the law of conservation of atoms. The law of conservation of atoms, that means the actual chemical reaction is nothing but reorganization of chemical reaction. Let me correct it. Sorry. Chemical reaction is the simply reorganization of the atoms. And this word interpret that actually in the chemical reactions atoms take participate. And the law of conservation of atoms tell us that the atoms that participating in the chemical reactions, they neither be created, they neither be lost or destroyed. What is? The atoms in the chemical reactions neither be created nor be destroyed. That is, the whatever atoms before the chemical reactions is exactly equivalent same after the chemical reactions. And with this, there is a very famous law put forth by the scientist Anthony Lavoisier, who is the father of chemistry, and he proposed one very famous law, that is a law of mass conservation, which is almost applicable to 99% of the chemical reactions, that is almost all the chemical reactions, but not all. So in this mass conservation law, he tells that actually the mass of the reactant before the reaction must be equal to the mass of the product after the chemical reactions. So generally these chemical reactions proceed with these two laws, that is a law of conservation of atoms and law of conservation of mass. And with this we are trying to know that there are many types of chemical reactions takes place. So when you join the regular courses and when you learn in some 11th class, in some 12th class, you will read there are many chemical reactions that is used to taking place in between the different substances. So here the today's topic is that the types of chemical reactions. So without wasting time in the formal discussion, I am directly going to become learning the types of chemical reactions, in which the first type is the is the combination reaction. What is combination reaction? Combination reaction, or this is also called as, one by one we will learn the different types of chemical reactions, or this is also called as addition reaction, or this is also called synthesis reactions. Synthesis reaction. Here I am using some abbreviation. Please don't confuse with these words. Addition reaction or synthesis reaction. So, what is the specimen? What is the general reaction or the combination reaction that we will see? You just imagine here is a substance A, and it is going to be, the word implies that it is going to be combined with substance B. There is a substance. It is a B substance. These are going to be combined. They are going to be added. Now they are going to be adding, and to form the substance that is called as AB, which is here new substance with new set of properties. That is constituent elements. For example, now A going to be combined with B, and this is giving us the new substance AB. And as I told this is a new substance with new set of properties, and it this substance having a new properties than its old constituents. So here A may be different properties, B may be different properties, but the AB is a purely individual substance which shows a different property than this A and B. So such type of reaction is called as the combination reaction or addition reaction or synthesis reaction. Why this is called as combination reaction or addition reaction? Because here the two substances, they are going to be at each other. That's why this is called as combination or addition reaction. And why this is called as synthesis reaction? Because here the new substance is synthesized, new substance is manufactured, and new substance is produced there. That's why it is called as synthesis reaction. Okay, my dear students, but the condition for this reaction, here we know that on the left hand side of the, this is the arrow, and this is the left hand side of the arrow, and this is the right hand side of the arrow. So at left hand side we used to write down reactants, and at the right hand side, at left hand side we used to write reactants, and at right hand side we used to write down the product. So let me tell you what is the condition to be occur combination reaction. And the first one, that at least here two or more reactants may be combined, that is means it may be reacts each other, but the condition is that out of these two or more, at least one reactant must be in its elemental form. What do you mean by elemental form? Elemental form is the native state of the substance, that particular element, or it may be the free state of that element. That is called as elemental state. For example, you just consider gold is a substance, and gold found as a Au. That is gold found as a Au only, because it is noble metal. It is not going to react with either we can say oxide or their sulfide, like that. It is purely found as a Au. take another example. For example, there is a sodium element. Now let me tell you, sodium element is highly reactive. So in the nature, it will not getting in the free state. It is not getting in the elemental state. It will found as a sodium oxide. It will found as a sodium hydroxide. It will found as a sodium chloride. Like this situation is there. So here we are discussing about the elemental form of the elemental substances. That means it should be in the free state. It should be in the uncombined state. That is called as elemental form. So at least one reactor must be in this elemental form. That is the pure elemental form. Okay. And the third condition is that here the only one product must be formed in the course of this reaction. So if the reaction satisfying these three conditions, only then the reaction to be called as the combination reaction, addition reaction, or you can say synthesis reaction. Okay, my dear students, here we will learn the combination reaction with the help of simple examples. For example, here I am going to write down a very basic example to make you understand the types of chemical reactions. You just consider it is the carbon. Carbon is a substance which is in the main form in the coal, and we are going to be combust it in the presence of air, that is O2. It will give the carbon dioxide. If the oxygen is in sufficient amount, or you can say in excess amount. When oxygen is less amount, then it will give carbon monoxide. Remember, dear students, you will learn in higher classes in detail. So here you get the idea. Here there is a first condition is satisfied because there are two reactants. They are going to react each other. The second condition also completed because it is also found in carbon. Coal is found in the carbon and oxygen found in the O2 form. That is, these are the elemental form of coal and air. And here the only one product is formed, that is carbon dioxide. So it is the simply you can say addition reaction or combination reaction. Okay, my dear students, let's have another example. Here we will take another example of, here I am going to react this hydrogen with again oxygen, and definitely it is going to give us twice H2O. Here I am writing 2. Why I have written here 2? Because I have to balance the chemical reactions, because as you told you in introduction of this video that in atoms actually in reactions atoms are participate and atoms neither be created nor be destroyed. That is, the kind of elements and number of atoms at the reactant side must be equal at the product side, or you can say RHS. So my dear students, here you just try to learn. Here is the two reactant. Both the reactants are in its elemental form because oxygen formed as O2 and hydrogen formed as H2, no doubt. These are the uncombined state of this element. But when these are going to react, it is going to be form a water molecule, which is only one product. Only one product is the condition. Only one product is the condition. So here is only one product is formed. That is why it is also the synthesis reaction. Okay, my dear students, let's have another example to make you more understand this type of the chemical reaction. That is the third one. Here we will go to write the chemical reaction like that. Here I am writing the sodium. Sodium is element which is found in its elemental form, that is the Na. Because generally sodium has a more reactivity is found in different substances form. But we have to write here the elemental form of the at least first substance. And when I said this is going to be react with the water, definitely it is going to be formed NaOH. And to make the reaction balance, I have to write here 2 and I have to write here 2. So now this reaction is going to be almost balance. Almost balance. So here are the 4 hydrogen, there must be 4 hydrogen I have to write, and that's why okay, we will try to balance it later on, but we learn to how to write the combination reaction. That is, here is the sodium, which is its elemental form. Let me make you understand. Sodium is the elemental form, and here is a water. Is a, it is one molecule or it is a substance that is going to form a sodium hydroxide. It is going to form a sodium hydroxide. So, in combination reaction or addition reaction, at least 2 reactants or more reactants may be present, and they should be give the single substance. So, this is the one of the very important, the first type of the chemical reactions. My dear students, let me tell you, the balancing of chemical reaction will be the second part of this video series. After this video, I will post the video on how to balance the chemical reaction. Here I am not spending more time to balance the chemical reactions. Okay, let's see another type of the chemical reactions. So, the second type of chemical reaction is the decomposition reaction. Decomposition reactions. Okay, my dear students, decomposition reactions. So, the word, let me tell you, the word decomposition tells that simply breakdown of the, definitely we are dealing with the substances or matter. So, in decomposition reaction, the breakdown of substances will take place. You simply consider the general reaction, that is when there is a substance, that is we have this general substance, that is A, here is AB, is a single substance, and because of we are giving particular energy, this substance is going to be break down into A and B new substances. Can you visualize, my dear friends? In addition reaction, we have written A plus B, it gives AB. Now this reaction is exactly looks reverse or opposite of this combination reaction or addition reaction. This is addition reaction, as we learned in earlier first type of the chemical reaction. And now this reaction is exactly opposite of that. So we can write down here, it is opposite to combination reaction. ये combination reaction के opposite पैटर्न वाली reaction है, जिसमें A भी एक substance है और किसी energy के कारण it is going to be break down into the one or more substances, that is product. AB is a reactant, AB is a substance which is reactant, and A and B, these are the two products are there. So my dear students, what is happened here? Let me tell you the condition. For the reaction. Condition of the reaction. First condition, that there must be only one what? Product or reactant? Reactant must be present. यहाँ पे एक ही reactant होना जरूरी है बच्चों. Only one reactant must be present. And second thing, here 2 or more new substance, that is products, may be formed, but at least one product must be in its elemental state. Should be present. So the explanation for the decomposition reaction is also exactly opposite to the combination reactions. My dear students, here we learn that the example for the decomposition reaction. Try to understand. Here, the one substance I will take the very simple example. First of all, here I have took the carbon dioxide. Oh, obviously nothing but it is the gas. But when you heat the carbon dioxide, again it will be break down into carbon plus oxygen. Now try to understand. Here is a CO2 is a single substance, and you are giving the heat energy, is stand for energy. This triangle shows it is the heat you are supplying. So this is the heat energy you are giving by heating this carbon dioxide. Here we get the carbon is one substance and oxygen is another substance. Here two or more products we have obtained. So this is nothing but the decomposition reactions. Okay, after this, here I can say the another example. You just imagine, for example, here I am going to be heat. You just imagine here is the water molecule is there. Water is a substance. And when we are highly strongly heated to the water molecule, it will use H2 plus O2. Again, and to balance, here I am not going to balance the chemical reaction because in the second part I will explain that. So here water molecule is there and it is going to be react with hydrogen. Water molecule break down into the hydrogen and oxygen. Single substance break down into the two or more substances. So here breakdown is going to take place. Or here actually decomposition takes place. Here the water molecule decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen. So this is actually the decomposition reaction. So here we simply interpret that this decomposition reaction is opposite to the combination reaction. जैसे combination reaction होता था वैसे इस decomposition reaction में हो रहा है. जैसे आप देख रहे हो बच्चों, यहाँ पे सिंगल सब्सटेंस है जो डिकम्पोज होके 2 और 2 से ज़्यादा हमें प्रोडक्ट देने वाला. यहाँ पे 2 प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जिसमें एटलीस्ट 1 प्रोडक्ट मस्ट बी इन इट्स एलिमेंटल स्टेट, लेकिन यहाँ पे दोनों भी एलिमेंटल स्टेट में है. सो दीज आर द 2 एग्जाम्पल. द एनर्जी इज ऑलवेज रिक्वायर्ड टू decompose the substance. Make this point in your notebook, my students. Generally, the decomposition reaction is endothermic reaction. That is, mean that actually they required the heat energy to break down the substance or to decompose the substance. So the energy may be in the form of, you can say, the energy in the form of the heat. We can give the energy in the form of the sunlight. Here, there are many reactions which are proceed in the sunlight. For example, even photosynthesis, chemical photosynthesis itself one chemical reaction, and to take place this chemical reaction, sunlight is required. That is, sunlight actually catalyze the reaction to make it run the chemical reaction. So in this way the sunlight is also another form of the energy to proceed the chemical reactions. But after this we can simply, if we simply agitate the mixture of the reacting material, then time also the reaction may be takes place. So there is a different form of the event is there which decompose the substance. So here I will take one example that here I have the one substance, that is the silver chloride, AgCl. My dear friends, when we give sunlight to the silver chloride, then sunlight is also represented by the H nu. So it is going to be break down into the silver plus chlorine gas Cl4. So this is also one single substance breakdown due to the sunlight as energy into the two or more substances. So in this way, this is the second type of chemical reactions in which the single substance is break down into the two or more new products. So after this, we will see the third type of the chemical reaction. Now the third type of the chemical reaction is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. You know that the phenomenon of displacement. Here, one thing is actually displaces another thing. So this is the displacement. Okay. So here the type of chemical reaction that is also called as displacement reaction, and its general reaction is that you just consider here A is a substance and here is a BC is another substance, and it is going to be formed AC plus B. Now what you observe here? Just have to make sure that, my dear students, here the one should be substance, which is the BC is a substance, and one should be element. One should be element. Now what is happening, my dear students? Here A, which is the element, which is going to be displace the another element in another substance, that is B, and B is going to be removing from its old substance. They are going to be formed here the new substance, and here we'll get B as an element. Here earlier we have the A element, and after here we get B as the elements. So I hope you get the idea how the displacement reaction is going to take place. And the condition, let me tell you, for the above reaction, that here always more reactive element displaces less reactive element from its compound. What is the condition? This is the simple condition to be reaction takes place. Here the more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its compound. Actually here BC is a substance, or simply it is also nothing but called as a product. And here the A is element which must be more reactive, and displaces B substance, going to form an AC as a new substance, and here the B as a new element here we obtain. Many times this chemical reaction used to obtain the pure metal in metallurgical processes. Okay, to make this understand, here we have one example to explain this type of chemical reaction. You consider here I have the zinc is the element. Okay, I need some more space, my students. Here, so here I will complete this example. You consider here the zinc Zl is the element, and here I have the copper sulfate CuSO4. Copper sulfate is a substance. Now you must know that here zinc is more reactive than copper, no doubt. And here zinc is in an elemental state, and copper sulfate is the one compound, and here zinc is a element which is more reactive than copper. So what will happen here? So zinc will displaces copper. So zinc will kick to copper. Plant मारेगा इसे. Zinc will kick to copper, and copper will get removed. So now what is remain here, my dear students? Here will remain SO4, and now instead in the position of copper which came? Zinc is came because here zinc displaces copper. So here instead of Cu we write zinc. And now here is a zinc sulfate as a new compound we have obtained here. And after now zinc we have written from the reactant side, sulfate SO4 also written. So now what is remaining? Here copper. So the copper will be the new element obtained us in this type of chemical reactions. So this is the one of the very famous chemical reactions of the displacement types. Now here I will take the another example. For example, here we will write down the chemical reaction. Just here I am writing down the Mg, magnesium, and here I am writing the another substance, that is the FeCl2. Now you should know that here Mg is more reactive than Fe, so Mg can keep to Fe. Fe will get removed from their position. So here what will be formed? Here Mg will come in the position of Fe, and here Cl2 will be remain as it is, and here we get Fe8 state. So these two examples actually very nicely explain the displacement reactions. Okay, let's move towards the next type of chemical reaction. Type students will learn the fourth type of the chemical reaction, that is called as double displacement reactions. Double displacement reaction. So what happened, my dear students? Now you just consider the one very simple general reactions. It will give some clue to understand it. You just consider here you have the BC is the one substance, and here CD is the another substance, and we have just made these two substances to be reacted with each other. So what happened here? The A substance will displace C. A substance will displace C, and C will again displace A. So what can we understand? The A element from the substance AB is the substance, and CD is the substance, and AB substance is made up of A and B elements. So here A element will displace C element from the another substance, and C will displace again A. So what will it form? B will be remain in its position as it is, and here the D will be remain as it is in its position. So here A displaces C. So in the position of C, A will become here I am writing close to each other, and C will be displaces A. So in the position of A, here will be CB. So here this is the new substance we have obtained, and also new substance we have obtained. So at the reactant time, we have the AB and CD as the substances, and at the time of after the reaction, we have the CB and AD is the new type of the chemical reactions. So this is the way to understand the double displacement reaction. And here we take the one simple example. You just consider here I have a zinc Cl2. Zinc chloride is there, and again here I am writing barium sulfate is there. And now we have to make these two reactants. Obviously, many of the chemical reactions will take place in the solution state. So here zinc will displaces Ba, and here B will be displaces zinc. So here what will we get from? Here we get, so Cl2 will be remain as it is, SO4 will be remain as it is. So instead of zinc there will be BaCl2, and instead of Ba here will be zinc sulfate. These are two new substances we have obtained. So this is the simple types of chemical reaction that we have to study in detail again our regular course. So in this foundation course we have just their general introduction. about the chemical reactions. So I hope this you have understood this. Do the practice, learn more from the many sources, and on this topic I will give you the one assignment today itself. Okay, my dear